What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to R&R Scents, and I got some of my top picks of 2019 that I picked up and releases from 2019. I got quite a bit going on, so I want to get into this, but please, if you can, before we start, if you can subscribe and please leave a like and a comment. So let's get started. One of the picks that I have for this year that I've really loved was Amouage Givenchy. Now this here is a cologne type of scent. But this is an EDT concentration. Here pretty much you got is your iris, your bergamot, your citruses, vetiver, and ambroxan. Great release. Gotta try this. Can't wait for it to warm up. Freezing right now, but can't wait for it to warm up. I did try this a couple of times. I got 6 to 8 hours in that mark depending on the temperature, but nonetheless this is a great release. Amouage Givenchy cologne. The next pickup of 2019 was, now if I didn't say, these are releases that were in 2019 that I picked up this year, and this is SQUID. This is beautiful little design in front. This is the limited edition that they had. Now this one here, this is a very odd scent, but that's I guess what you get with Zoologist. But you have a deep rich aquatic type of scent. It's just inky, salty, benzoy, just made up a word, kind of like a benzoin myrrh if I'm not mistaken, or a papanaxa or something. Like resins that are in this, and it's just a deep rich aquatic. Now it smells like the color of this juice, like when you get down into the ocean, when it gets started getting dark. This is what it feels like, but it's so strong. It's in parfum extract, and this is something you could wear in the winter. It would cut through, and I guess I'm not surprised with the Zoologist fragrance. But the leather wrapping, the top, thick glass. Look at that. Beautiful. Great release. Definitely get your nose on it. It's not for everybody, but this is one of the more wearable Zoologist fragrances, and this stuff lasts 8-10 hours easily. Next release, this one people aren't on the bandwagon yet, but I think they'll get there once it gets a little bit cheaper. This is AVENTUS cologne. Okay, so you know, some people aren't happy with this. I ended up getting a good price on it, so I picked it up. They say the performance isn't good, but performs well on me. I mean, I get 6-7 hours, and I'm happy with that. I'll take that. 5 hours is my limit, but 6-7, it's okay. Now you can't say that this is your run-of-the-mill mall type of scent. You could say that this is AVENTUS pretty much with the pineapple taken back. It's not as like that smoky birch type of note in it. I think there is birch in this, but it's not as deep like that. This is a lot more wearable, because some people say AVENTUS isn't wearable, but this is definitely wearable. I mean, it smells great. It smells great. This is definitely a typical Creed, easy to pull off, great natural smelling. I mean, there's the citruses in here. It's just so natural when you smell it from the atomizer. It's great. Definitely worth a try. If you can get it for half the price of what it's worth, I couldn't see this being a bad pickup at about $200 for 100 ml. This is a 50. Another release for this year, on Fragrantica, you could see there's some people that love it, and then there's people that dislike it. Now, I'll say Boss Absolute Eau de Parfum, the scent. I like this one. It's different. This one is pretty simple. You got your Maninka fruit, your vetiver, and ginger in here. Now, the Maninka fruit is very rich in this. You can feel the ginger, it's in the background. The Maninka and the vetiver, I don't get much vetiver. Pretty much Maninka fruit, but it's deeper and richer than the releases before it, which is why I kind of like it. I find the Maninka fruit smell very pleasing. So this is a 50 ml, it wasn't much, so I picked it up. It's a 2019 release. As far as longevity, I would say about 6 hours, 5 hours. It's fine, I'll take it. Now this next release, I don't know, people aren't really getting into it. I feel like they're liking the other one more. Now what I'm talking about here is Gentle Fluidity Silver. Now I tried the gold. As you know, the gold and the silver have the same notes, just different amounts of certain notes. So the gold is more sweeter. You got your vanilla at the top. This one you have your juniper, your coriander, your nutmeg at the top here. Now they say this is similar to Green Irish Tweed, which it does. I have it also. I smelt them together, but the difference here is that there is no really citrusy type of notes here. This is your clean scent, but not your typical fresh type of scent, your soapy fresh scent like, you know, Prada L'Homme or Green Irish Tweed with your, you know, citrus fresh Irish type of scents. This is different. This is like straight top of the line fabric softener when you spray this on. It's just got this like metallic type of feel to it in the beginning, but it calms down and it's nice, it's different, and I like clean fresh scents, and who doesn't? And this is a different type of fresh clean scent, which is why I like it. This was a 2019 release. I would say I get pretty good longevity on this one. I would say about 8 hours, 7 hours, because there's some musk in here, and you know how MFK uses his musk to, you know, make the fragrances last longer. Gentle Fluidity Silver. Now this here is one of my favorite releases of this year, and this is just absolutely outstanding. If you love vanilla scents, this is something you have to try, and that is Annie by Nishane. Went down on a split on this one. Half of it. This stuff is just amazing. I mean, this is one that I just open up and just stand there like that all day. Now this is just rich, deep vanilla here. If it's just sweet, it's just amazing. It lasts a long time. You definitely got to check this out. I would say this is probably one of the best releases of the year, hands down, in my opinion. You should definitely try this. Definitely worth it. Next one here is another flanker of a flanker of a flanker, and this is ACQUA di Gio Absolute Instinct. Kind of cool little brown bottle, nice wooden cap there, the logo on it. Now this one is your ACQUA di Gio, just a deeper, richer version, because you have ebony woods in here and some amber woods, and just think of ACQUA di Gio with just a deeper woodier richness. And this is good. This one lasts also, for considering, you know, it's a freshie, and it's a EDP concentration. This lasts about 7 hours on me, so really good. Definitely worth a try. Definitely better than Absolute, the last year's release. Went kind of in a bubblegum Invictus type of route, and I hate those kind of scents. and all the whole bubblegum Invictus type of flow. So tried this one, liked it, got it, worth the try it out. Now another one of my favorite releases of this year, hands down, VETIVER Parfum Cologne. Cologne Parfum. Parfum Cologne. By Roja Parfums. Beautiful green bottle, beautiful cap. Just great presentation. But this stuff smells great. Basically, the way to put it is, this has got a Tom Ford Grey Vetiver type of vibe. Little bit of Guerlain Vetiver type of vibe. In the beginning, you have your, you know, your cologne type of scent, which was what he was going for, with just an array of citruses at the top. There's a note called Leche Chiba or something like that. I'm probably not saying it right, but supposedly they use that note. It's kind of like a lemony type of smell. They use that, well, Roja uses it to make the citruses last longer instead of it going away after the first 15-20 minutes. At the top, it's just a nice fresh vetiver, and then towards the base and the heart, you start getting into, you know, it starts to get a little bit deeper, kind of like Grey Vetiver, except just toned down to grapefruit. The vetiver shines a little bit more in this one, but I just like this a lot more. It's not too earthy. It's just, it's well balanced in every type of way possible. And this stuff lasts about 7 to 8 hours on me, so it does the job. Worth a try. VETIVER Parfum Cologne, Roja Parfums. Those were the 2019 releases. Okay, so now these are pickups in this year, but were not released in 2019. Some of them were released in 2018. Let's get into it. Yep, Parfums Vintage. This is SUAVE. I don't know if you can see it. This is SUAVE. This is supposed to be a clone of La Nuit de l'Homme, the original formulations. Now I must say, they restocked this, and from the time I got it, which is about 3 months ago, till now, every time I smell it, it gets deeper and richer, the smell. So I guess it's sitting and settling, because it's probably really fresh when they made it. Very close to La Nuit de l'Homme. I would say probably it's a little bit sweeter, and towards the dry down, the lavender is a little more there than the cardamom than you would get in La Nuit de l'Homme. In the beginning, you do get a lot of the cardamom. I've never tried the original formulation, so I'm not sure, but this smells good, and it lasts on me. I don't know, I just didn't want to get La Nuit de l'Homme, and I wanted to try something else, so I got this when they got it in stock. SUAVE, sample it, try it out, worth a try. Now this release, everyone's pretty familiar with it. A lot of people got it. I got very lucky when I went on to, I put my email in onto fragrancebuy.ca. I got an email telling me that they got Dior Homme Parfum in stock. Now I got NH01 badge code, and I'm assuming I got this because there's a little mark on the glass here. I don't know if you see it, but I guess Dior didn't want to sell it, and I guess they just sold it onto the gray market. I'm not sure. This is just great. Dior Homme with just leather. There's no other way to put it. Just there's a deep leather note in this. In the beginning, it smells a little bit like Dior Homme Intense, but then it just goes into a whole different route. Now I have Dior Homme Intense, and honestly, that one I like for the daytime, for casual. I don't mind it. It's just such a calming scent. This stuff here, though, this is your more formal type of scent, and this is beast mode. This is 10-12 hours. This stuff is great. If you can get it, you gotta keep your eye on it if you want it. My next pickup in 2019. A lot of people are familiar with it. I'm sorry if you see the fingerprints, but I love my bottles. I always smell them, I pick them up. But you got here Reflection Man, reformulated, magnetic cap, but I don't mind. It lasts on me 8-10 hours. Niche version of Le Male by Jean-Paul Gaultier. It's just synthetic versus your natural version, and just less sweeter. Just amazing. Woody, aromatic, florals, citruses, just amazing, amazing, amazing. One of the easier Amouages to wear. Reflection Man, definitely worth a try. This pickup I got this year after I got Givenchy cologne. I started dabbling into the Givenchy Gentleman line, and I ended up getting ABSOLU. Now this one is, I guess, I don't know if it's reformulated, but this is the newer label. It used to be a whole like red like fabric, but now it's just a black sticker here. But this here is basically your spicy, cinnamon, sweet, sandalwood type of scent. It's nice, it's rich, it's good. It's not too sweet, it's not too woody, it's just very well balanced, and this is a pretty good release. I like this stuff. Doesn't last as much as I'd like to, but I still get my 6 hours out of this, so definitely a good release. This here is one of my favorite releases. Well, it's released in 2018, but one of my most favorite pickups of this year, and that is Tom Ford Ombre Leather. Now, if you heard by now, this is pretty much your Tuscan leather. Just take out your, your incense, dark, deep richness, resinous parts of Tuscan leather and polish it up, clean it up a little bit, tone it down. Your more wearable leather type of fragrance. This stuff is great. Definitely worth a try. And the raspberry is pulled out of this too. And this stuff lasts about 8 to 10 hours on me. This stuff does very well. Now this pickup here was a blind buy. I heard a lot about it and I like tea notes. So, I don't know, I pulled the trigger on it. Sunday Brunch, KIERIN NYC. Now you've probably been hearing a lot about this. And personally, out of the 4 that they released, this is my favorite. This is basically your tea, bergamot, lemon, jasmine. I'm sure there's others, but those are the mains that I get. This stuff is great. It lasts on me about 5 to 6 hours, and it's just a beautiful scent. I mean, pretty much want to wake up on a Sunday and go have brunch, pretty much. So this stuff is just refreshing, relaxing, amazing scent. This is definitely worth a try out of the 4. Now this release came out in 2018. I got it not too long ago. I was at Scent Explore and George was there. George Zaharov, he was there, and I ended up getting the smaller size bottle of Zaharov Signature Pour Homme. Now this is basically your woody, aromatic, fougere-ish type of scent, your gentleman type of scent. At the top you'll get your lavender. It's fresh in the beginning, but then as it goes, I mean, this transitions about 3-4 times, and eventually it will get very woody, like I said, aromatic, just a gentleman type of scent. This stuff is great. It did last, I get a good 8 hours out of this. He signed my bottle. George is a great guy. You could actually get free sample if you go to his website. I don't know if he still does it, but you don't even pay shipping. Put your information in and you'll get a sample in the mail. So very generous guy. But great release. Now my next pickup, I was at Twisted Lily in Brooklyn. I was looking around, I got a couple of different things, and I ended up getting a bunch of things because They had a lot of the small sizes, like the 30 mLs, and I love those because I have so many bottles. The 30 mLs are perfect. I'm able to buy more bottles because it's cheaper. And this one was NICOLAI and New York Intense. And this is basically also kind of your aromatic fougere type of scents. This is compared to, and it's pretty similar to Bois de Portugal by Creed. Very, very similar. But I would say this one has a little bit more sweetness in it. A little bit more modern version of it. I want to get Bois de Portugal, but I'm not in a rush because I got this. This is great. This is really, really good, and it's definitely worth a try. Honestly, the whole brand NICOLAI is a great brand. They have these 30 ml bottles. They range from 55, 65, and then like the oud ones are like maybe 70, 75. But great value, great scents. Smells very natural. I don't get any type of synthetics really. Obviously there's gonna be some, but next two pickups I'm gonna do them together because it is the same brand. I think these came out in 2018, both of them also, and these two are just, these two are amazing. These are definitely worth a try, and that is Food for Greatness and Rehab. Okay, so now this is great. Basically, I mean, look at this bottle. Black Gold Project. Amazing. Basically, you got your saffron oud scent. There's obviously more in there. I think there's nutmeg in this also. If I'm not mistaken, possibly vanilla or tonka bean, maybe. This is just the oud in here. This is natural oud too in this. No BS oud in here. You can smell it. And this is not your Band-Aid barnyard type of oud. This is just amazing how clean it is and great it is. It's just balanced with the saffron. Kind of gives you a Baccarat Rouge kind of feel. But, I mean, it's not similar at all, but the saffron kind of reminds me of it. But this stuff is just amazing. I mean, this stuff 10, 12 hours easily. And then Rehab, they say it's kind of similar to Spice Bomb. Not extreme, but the regular Spice Bomb. And I kind of see where they go with that. But I would say this is a little bit sweeter. Not as spicy, but you know, just the tobacco in here is just smooth. The vanilla in here is smooth. The Gaiac wood in here is smooth, and it also performs amazing. This is Extrait de Parfum. This is also 10 to 12 hours easily. These two are amazing releases, and I don't know which one I love more, but this one I can wear it more often, so I guess this kind of wins, but this is not too far behind. The last pickup, you can tell because I still have the sticker on the front gold plate here. Luckily, because of all the deals going on, I got like 20% off of this on Macy's website, and I needed it because this stuff is not cheap. And that is Neroli Portofino Forte. Now this here is basically Neroli Portofino just on steroids, just a lot richer. Obviously the performance is the problem with the original Neroli Portofino. This one fixes it. Now regardless, I still, on the original one I got about 4 hours. This one I get about 7 hours. I mean, this just takes it away. And you got your Neroli and your Orange Blossom, and I'm pretty sure there's some vetiver in here. I'm sure there's some woods in here also, but this is just your classic, you know, Neroli scent, comparable to Acqua di Parma Essenza, I think it's called. This stuff I just think is superior to all of those. Definitely worth a try. Get a sample, decant, whatever, because I know it's kind of pricey, but I think you can get it on discounters sometimes, but you gotta look out for it. So that was one of my last pickups of this year, and as you can see, yeah, my bank account is not doing as good right now, but it is what it is. So guys, that's pretty much it. Sorry if the video went a little bit long, but this is the end of the year, and I figured I'd go all out. If you could please go down below, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a like, and comment. Let me know what you think. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and a Happy New Year.